Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Have you heard of crisis apparition? Well, it's not very commonly used or heard of, but I will explain this to you later after I share this incident with you. Before I moved to the Middle East, I was working in Bangalore for a few years. There I met a lot of amazing people and made a lot of friends. So one of those friends, when she found out that I had had many paranormal encounters, she called me and she said she'd like to meet over a cup of coffee and she had something different to share. So I met her and this is her story. So my friend, when she started her career in Bangalore, she took up a one-bedroom house on rent, and because it was very expensive then, she decided to have a roommate. So she put up an advertisement in the newspaper, a lot of people responded. She met a few ladies and one of them seemed quite different. She was unusually quiet, but yet she spoke just enough to share her thoughts. She seemed very kind and my friend really liked her and decided to go with her. Over the next few days, they became really good friends. They started spending a lot of time together. After work, they were just going out for shopping, movies, talking. They became really good friends. Things were going great as usual. There was no problem at all. But one day, my friend's roommate, she fell sick. She couldn't get out of bed. She couldn't eat well. Her temperature was running really high. So my friend, when she came back from work, she saw her like this and she waited till the next morning, and then she took 2 days off, called a doctor home who came home to check on her roommate. He prescribed some medication and he told my friend to watch her for 24 hours and if things don't get better, to bring her to the clinic. So my friend stayed with her all day, gave her medicines and even helped her eat a little bit of food. But that night, my friend's roommate looked different. She was awfully pale, yet she was smiling. However, they had their dinner a little bit and then they went to bed. In the night, my friend was woken up by her roommate who told her she wanted to use the washroom, but the one inside the house wasn't functioning properly. So they had another one outside their house. My friend was a bit hesitant to step outside at that time, so she looked at the clock and she clearly remembers it to be 11:48 exactly. So my friend took her to the washroom outside, and her roommate, before going inside the washroom, she gave my friend a hug and she said thank you and then went inside. My friend was just standing there a bit scared because it was midnight almost. And she was waiting. After a few minutes, she felt someone tap on her shoulder. She turned around to look, but there was no one. So she felt terrified and she called out her roommate to come out quickly, and then they went back inside and they went to bed. My friend somehow managed to fall asleep that night because she didn't know what happened outside or who tapped on her shoulder. The next morning when she woke up, her friend had passed away. She was in a state of shock. She panicked. She was devastated. She didn't know what to do. So she called the doctor who had come to visit and she explained everything. So the doctor called the police who came and they investigated and they took the body for an autopsy. Another day passed and my friend, she got a call from the doctor who wanted to recheck something regarding the statement that she had given of the entire incident about what happened during the day and in the night. So he asked my friend, "Are you sure about the time? Did you look at the clock? Are you 100% sure?" My friend said, "Yes, I did look at the clock because we had to step outside the house and it was exactly 11:48. So the doctor was quiet for a few seconds and he said, "Your roommate had passed away at 11. So who did you take outside?" My friend was in a state of shock for many days after that because she could not explain what had happened. She did not stay in that house for long. She was grief-stricken, yes. She missed her friend a lot. but she was not comfortable staying in that house anymore. So she moved out. It was certainly tragic. Loss of life of a loved one is always hard. But the fact remains that her roommate came back from beyond just to say thank you for everything that my friend had done. A lot of people claim that they've had similar incidents. They have had their loved ones appear before them after they have passed away just to say goodbye or thank you. These encounters are called as crisis apparition by the paranormal researchers. Even though such encounters are scary, it can give the grieving person some comfort because they get to see them one last time and they get to say goodbye. But are these encounters always harmless? Well, that's a story for another time. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked our video, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell button. Thank you for all those people who have supported us. We are very grateful. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.